Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.stampingup.net. Thank you ever so much for joining me today for a midweek mini project. This week's project is featuring the Penguin Place photopolymer stamp set and the coordinating penguin punch, and I'll be making 3 cards using these today. I also have the coordinating paper on my table, so let me explain to you about the table. Sorry, not the table. Let me explain to you about the paper. The Penguin Place photopolymer stamp set and the punch is a bundle from the mini catalogue. But we also have the Saleabration catalogue on currently, and it runs until the 30th of September. So after that time, you're not able to order from this catalogue. So that's why I'm pointing this out to you at the moment. If you spend anything across my store, slimandstylish.stampingup.net, before the 30th of September, you can earn credits towards Saleabration. So let me show you where this paper is in here. Here it is, and you'll notice it says a big free. That's right, it's free if you spend £45 within my store. So you can purchase anything from my shop up to £45, and then you will be able to earn this paper for free. So when you get to the end of your shopping basket, it'll ask you what Saleabration reward you want, and you just pop that code in there and it will be free for you. This is the code for the Penguin Place bundle, which you can see is £39.50. So you can purchase the bundle, a few accessories on top, and earn the paper for free. But I have that on my table today because it does coordinate with a stamp set, so I thought I can use it for my 3 cards. So let's get going. As always, I haven't really even looked at this yet. And you can see I haven't used this stamp set yet either, so I have no way of knowing how it's going to line up or what I'm going to be doing. So let's get started. Let me see. What sentiments have we got? It's like a little, accept a lot. To the coolest friend ever. Be cool, be chill, be merry. I like you a lot. Oh, I love that. Lots of thanks. Happy birthday, season's greetings. Okie dokie. I am going to start off with what am I going to start off with? Right, I'm going to start off with be cool, be chill, be merry. So I'm actually going to go for a sentiment first. And I'm going to do some heat embossing with that. So let me find a colour. So what colours do we currently have in this paper pack? Let me have a look. Oh, isn't that cute? Ooh, that colours are winning first. Let me keep going and see what else is on here. Isn't this cute paper? Isn't it just absolutely? Do you know, before I started as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I used to watch a lot of American demonstrators. Oh, I like that as well. A lot of American demonstrators on YouTube. And the thing I always used to love, a couple of demonstrators used to use the term, that's just darling. Obviously more in an American accent than I can do. And I used to love that phrase. And now whenever I look at cute things in stamp sets, I'm like, oh, that's just darling. I think it's a really, really cute phrase. So I am going to cut myself a strip of this paper, and I want it to run horizontally. So I'm going to use a piece of basic white as my base for this card. So this will be my layer, and this is 10.5 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. So I'm going to cut this to start off with at 10 centimeters. Okay, so it will fit, let me just show you, just with a tiny teeny little border around it. But I don't want to be using all of this, so let me just open it up again. And this is 12 inches paper wise, isn't it? So I think if I do it at 2 inches, then actually I can make a whole load more of this exact card if I wanted to, because 2 inches you can just cut them around and have 6 pieces of it, so I can make 6 cards. I know what I'm muttering on about there. So what colour have I got in this paper pack? Now this is where I'm really bad actually. I don't have the best eyesight for colours. I love them when they all match, but I just need people to tell me what I've got. So I do have Misty Moonlight, like Misty Moonlight actually, and I do have some Misty Moonlight cardstock. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this onto a block, and I'm going to do some white heat embossing with this sentiment. So let me just get that straight. So this is where it's great to use your grid paper. You can pop your stamp down straightly, and you can pop that straight onto the block like that. So embossing buddy out. Let me just grab some scrap paper. There we go. And then Versamark, Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry. Onto there. White embossing powder. Be cool, be chill, be merry. That looks lovely. Let me just pop that back in there before I make a bit of a mistake. Pop the lid on. Right, I'm going to use my heat gun, so if you've got me on loud, just turn me down slightly because I don't want to deafen you. There we go. I'm just going to leave that to cool for a second before I get my hands over it. Right, so where else am I going to go with this? Okay, I've got some scrap basic white, and I'm going to use the little tree, which is there, and I'm going to stamp that in Just Jade, because Just Jade was another one of the colours that was in the paper. There we go. Do you know what? That seemed to pull a little bit, so I'm actually going to do it, and I'm not going to press as heavy with it, and hopefully that will sit a bit nicer. That just pulled around the edges. I'll show you what I mean actually. I don't know if you can see clearly on the camera, but just here there's a bit of a darker bit where it pulled, whereas this is quite nice. So I'm going to be using that one, and I'm going to be fussy cutting that out. In fact, I might use both still. I might use both. Let's fussy cut both out just in case. Sorry, I don't talk very much when I'm fussy cutting because too busy trying not to even breathe because I worry that I'm just going to cut something that I shouldn't cut. That's why I take deep breaths every now and then. Scare myself with my fussy cutting abilities. I do enjoy fussy cutting, but I enjoy doing it quietly so I can concentrate. Right. Sorry, I know my videos that are pre-planned, I normally fussy cut before the video is done, and that way you don't have to sit through me doing this, but it's a bit hard on my midweek minis. So there's one tree. the tree actually, so sorry about this. As fast as my little fingers will carry me. And I know sometimes in my videos I say, oh, I'll do this and I'll speed it up and put the music across. I don't know why I never thought about doing that for you at the start of it, but if I do any more fussy cutting in the rest of the video, I'll do that for you so you don't have to sit through me, you know, playing around like this. In fact, I will have to fussy cut, I reckon, because if I use the penguin... Oh no, I don't have to fussy cut his beak off because the beak will be going onto the white bit. We know this. Right, okay. The snowflakes, let's grab those. And I think I said that this purple was fresh freesia. So let me just grab my fresh freesia ink. Just a few of those there. And I'm going to cut really, really close to the words here, and I'm going to actually cut it so it's 3 centimeters. So let me just show you. I'm just literally cutting as close as I can to the words, keeping it straight. Like that. And then I'm just going to chop up there, chop the dot off, chop up there, and chop the dot off. So I have be cool, be merry, be chill. So I have 3 different sentiments there. They're going to come on here. I then want, what do I want on this for the rest of it? I'm just thinking actually, there is a set in the mini catalogue called Whimsical Trees. And it has these fantastic snowflakes with them. So I've just grabbed them off my side at the back, and you can pull them out and you can put them on like that. That's going to sit lovely on my card. Aren't they beautiful? They are really quite shiny. They are sort of glossy on the one side and they're normal paper on the other side. So they will look absolutely beautiful on there. Love that. Love the fact the trees can go on there. Be cool, be chill, be merry can go there. And do I want a penguin on this card or don't I want a penguin on this card? I'll tell you what I do want on this card. I'm going to rip, really, really messy this. I'm going to rip some of this cardstock. I'm going to apply some liquid glue just along the end of it here. Like that. And I'm going to stick this DSP onto it. There we go. So that will be on there like that. I want some ribbon. We've got this absolutely lovely ribbon in the catalogue this year with all this glitter on. Isn't that beautiful? So I want some of that. Right, I can start putting together now. I've got an idea where I'm going with this. I'm just going to pop a bit of glue around the back. There and sort of there. I'm going to stick this straight away onto my card base, because while this ribbon is absolutely beautiful, because of the glitter that it has on it, it is really hard to stick to the back piece of your card. So the quicker I get this stuck flush onto the card base, the more it's going to stay in place. Okay, I'm just going to put a bit of glue actually on the ribbon to make sure that works. Okay, so card base. Fold that in half and burnish it. I can't find my bone folder, it's under everything I've been using. And there we go. All right. That's where my snowflake's going to go. And I'm going to stick that down with A-dimensional. So A-dimensional will fit just perfectly in the middle of there. And then that will stick onto my card like that. I'm then going to grab a piece of that ribbon and I'm going to make myself a little tiny bow. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do before I stick the bow on? I'm going to do something I perhaps should have done before I put the snowflake on, but I hadn't thought about it, and the snowflake's making me think about it. So we have some silver and gold twine in the main annual catalogue, and I think the silver twine would look gorgeous at the back of this. I genuinely do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a glue dot and I'm going to put it underneath the snowflake. So really I should have done this first, but as I said, I hadn't thought about it. So I'm just going to pop the twine into that glue dot there. I'm going to run myself a tiny little loop like that, a tiny little loop back and stick it back into the same glue dot. I'm just going to cut that off there. Okay, and then I'm going to stick the bow over the top to keep everything down. Put that onto there. So the card is currently looking like that. Let's grab my trees. I'm going to pop half a dimensional on the back of each of these. One, two, and then stick these on the card. One there. One there like that. And then I'm going to pop on the Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself a little strip off the bottom of the dimensionals here. Let's get those stuck onto the card. If it goes over, just chop it down. That one's gone over quite a bit. Right, so what were we starting off with? Be Cool was the first one, wasn't it? And I've actually decided I'm going to put them up here. Be Cool. Be Chill. And Be Merry. Card number 1. I'm actually going to pop some of our clear glitter opals, I think they're called, from the annual catalogue, just on here, just to give it a bit of pop, you know, like that. So there's card number 1. Card number 2, I'm very sorry, it's gone very dark. I'm just going to pop a light on for you. Hopefully that's a bit better. The sun has gone in. The sun was beautiful this morning out there, really nice, and it's now gone quite dark. So I'm just going to move this off the table so I can create some clear room. And now I'm going to play with my penguins. So I'm going to pick this penguin up here, and I'm going to pop him on a block. Grab a piece of basic white. I also want his little orange feet. No, do I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the orange feet first is I'm going to work out where I want them. And I'm going to play with those first. So I'm going to be using Mango Melody for the feet. Let me show you why I'm doing the feet first. So I want them pretty much next to each other. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to use my punch, and I'm going to chop out just at the top there the foot. So I'm going to use a post-it note, which is tacky at the top, and I'm going to chop myself 1 foot out, and then I'm going to chop myself another foot out, and I'm going to just pop that over the top of his feet like that, so they're masked off, so that when I then come in with my black ink, and I'm going to be using my Memento ink pad for this, when I put him over where the feet are going to be, you'll see he's not over the feet, so he's got feet now. Whereas before, if I hadn't have masked it, that black line would have gone over where the feet are. So next up is his little beak, which is, oh look, there's 2 feet together. I could have, oh well, I've done them like that. Told you I hadn't used this set before, so I'm now looking for the beak. There it is. Let's pop that on, also in Mango Melody. Oh, isn't he cute? And I want to put a dicky bow on him because there's a dicky bow in here and I think it's just adorable. And dicky bow is going to be right. Interesting. I am making him a her. So Penelope Penguin, there she is, and she's going to have a little pink woolly hat to match. So this is using Blushing Bride ink. Isn't she gorgeous? Right, okay. Penelope, you are also taking a little present with you. that is also pink. And the sentiment that we're going to have with you is season's greetings. Let's do that. And I'm just going to stamp that onto a scrap piece of basic white. Season's greetings. Okay, and where's my icicles? They're here, and they were in fresh freezer, weren't they, last time I used them? So I'm going to still keep them in fresh freezer. I'm just going to do a couple of them. Sort of there. And then the one other thing I'm going to do, Penelope, is I've noticed there's a balloon in here which is just too cute not to play with, and I'm just going to grab the balloon bottom as well. So I'm going to do the bottom of the balloon in Memento, and I'm going to get that going up from your hand there, or your fin possibly, wing, don't know. And again in Blush and Bride. There we go. Cutes. Let's get you onto a base, because I think it's one of those cards that otherwise you could just keep playing with, and then you could ruin it. So I think my next card is going to feature the DSP again. And this time I'm going to feature some of the characters in the patterns, I think. So let's grab some of the patterned DSP. And some of the characters. Just looking, that looks exactly the same size as my punch, and it is. Check that out. That one lines up directly with my punch, so I'm obviously going to be using this paper now, means I've punched into it. Isn't that exciting, everybody? Right. Let's give myself some more space again, because I've got a bit clustered and crowded. What's on the back? Oh, okay. What happened to my penguin now? There's my penguin. No, I want to stay this side with his friends. So let's cut this down a little bit. So I'm going to actually cut this one down at 10.5 centimeters. So it's the same size as my basic white background, but instead my basic white background is 14.85, so I'm actually going to cut this at 4 inches instead, which is just underneath my polar bear. And let's get that onto a piece of I'm going to put that in the center. What I am going to do as well is I'm just going to Am I going to use this that I used earlier? No, I'm not. I don't want to junk it up now. Right, so I'm going to... Have I got some soft seafoam cardstock? I have. Let me just grab myself some. So I'm going to cut this at 10.5 centimetres again, so it's the same width as the DSP and the basic white cardstock. But whereas the DSP I cut it at 10 centimetres, I'm going to cut this at 11.5 centimetres, so that I can then stick that on there and have a little frame like that, going to pop him at the bottom there, and my sentiments is going to be, I like you a lot'll. It's like a little except a lot. So let's get these onto blocks and lined up. One and two. Yep. And then let's pop my little penguin there, and he's going to come out 3D using some dimensionals. Isn't that cute? Lid on. Card base. And how simple was using that paper? I mean, that literally did the entire of that card for me. So simple, and it just goes so well. So that's my 3 cards for today. A little bit longer because I did do a long card with my first one, which was the fussy cut card, which I love. So that's my first card, card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. I am just going to pop some rhinestones and some glittery pieces and bits and pieces on these cards, because I feel that they're a little bit, these ones here are just a little bit naked at the moment, so I'm just going to pop some on there. So 1, 2 and 3, and then over here 1, some snowflakes on this card. That's where I'm sticking the rhinestones onto the snowflakes. So there we go, the 3 cards. Which one is your favourite? Mine is still this one, but really up to you. Wasn't it lucky finding out that that penguin matched in the paper? Don't forget, you've only got until the 30th of September if you want that paper. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Everything I have used today is available from slimandstylish.stampinup.net, and hopefully I will see you all again soon. Thanks everyone. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.